Welcome back into Gran Turismo 7 for day 2 of Bathurst qualifying. Today we will be doing the LMP2s. A little bit of a recap from yesterday's GTD qualifying session. My McLaren, which as always, I lead us off and go first for qualifying, did horrific. The 214.9 put us dead last in GTDs. Jeff in the Millennial Man Cave Ferrari 214.4. Pat a 214.0. So those are your bottom three. Your top three for back-to-back races, your pole sitter is Ash in the Audi R8 at a 209.6. Evo in his Subaru a 212.3. Jordan in the Ford GT a 212.37. And then a couple other notable ones. Caleb in the Ford Mustang, who he qualified 9th in GTDs at Daytona. The Mustang qualified 4th at a 212.6. And then the Porsche Rexy of Dr. Jordan, she qualified 5th. She was sitting P10 after qualifying at Daytona. Qualified here 5th with a 212.74. Oh, of course it's back at SoFi already. Yeah, weren't we just there like a couple years ago? We can now take our leaderboard. I already have a screenshot of this. Reset it for the LMP2s. And our first LMP2 on track will, as always, be mine. The Nissan GTR LM Nismo, affectionately known as the Nissan Longboy. Your LMP2, or well, we'll talk about LMP2 results as we go. My LMP2 finished 3rd at Daytona, surprisingly. Yeah, weren't they there last year? Let's get on track. Here at Bathurst, our first lap. And I will say it a lot over the next couple days, because this is the car I will be racing. Get through the hell corner. LMP2s do not race here at Bathurst. So that's something to watch out for as we go through qualifying. Get up the hill. This car really does not like Bathurst. More than just about any other LMP2. We go downhill coming into the S's. Yeah, I thought they were. Or was that last year? But they were at New Orleans. Well, our first little goof, we hit the curb there. We will come in at a 2:07.2 for our first qualifying lap. Oh, it was this year, and then they ended up pivoting to Vegas. Yeah, that doesn't shock me, unfortunately. Yep. As it is, oh Jesus Christ! Of course, that's not ready. Damn it! Oop, wrong monitor. As it's now time for the first wheel spin to see who gets to go out on track second. It's that misfortune. And starting us out second will be... Can't really say starting us out, but... Going second will be Lucas and his Audi R18. Could already have racing softs on, and it does. What can go wrong? These things do not like the curb on that corner. Okay, we're fine. I don't hate it. Sent that in a little deep and almost caught the wall there. Yeah, that's the big thing, is I'd even be fine with just the floor. And Lucas coming to the line. Will be very quick. Will be sub. No! Not quite sub 2, but that is going to be very easy in most of these cars. By the way, I forgot to say this. Lucas, his LMP2 finished 8th at Daytona. Got to mention that. And now, who do we get next going out on track 3rd? It will be Dr. Jordan, her less oil Toyota. Where is that thing? A cup of coffee, get a little bit of coffee in me, and Lucas's Audi, by the way, seven seconds faster than the Nismo. Oh boy. This car I have concerns for. That's a bad start. By the way, Jordan, she qualified P10 in LMP2s. She finished P10 in LMP2s. This less oil Toyota, because it goes on battery power too, it has both battery and gas, is just so not good. As you can see, the battery, we haven't even made it to turn 1 and it's gone. This hybrid, this TSO 30, it's just bad. It's just bad. Oh, Jesus God. What happened there? This car does not like anything. I'm afraid of this thing. I'm afraid of this thing going down through the S's. I mean, we'll have battery for the final straight, the main big straight. And by have battery, I mean it's gonna be gone before we even actually get really going. And no, the Nissan Longboy is not meant for this track whatsoever. The less oil machine will put a better time out than the Longboy. A 2019. It's because it was able to get around easier. The TSO 30 from 2012. So it's not the one that you have. It's not even the one that Squid has. Yeah, Squid has a TSO 50. as 3 cars done. We get to spin the wheel again. Their 4th car on track will be Jordan. Fittingly. And the quote-unquote Acura. The GR010 hybrid. We forgot to change scenes. Okay, well, don't touch that curb with this car, because that happened. Things are gonna be quick. At least it feels like it is. Will it get to the line sub 2? Yeah, my 159.1. Jordan, by the way, his LMP2 finished 7th. At Daytona. That comes in at a 159-141. Unseating Lucas for now. Well, not for now, but unseating Lucas. That is 4 cars on track. Who will be 5? Looks like it will be your LMP2 winner. Yes, Jeff, who won at Daytona. In the Peugeot. Just pushed it a little too hard and caught that wall, and that will slow this down a lot. Car that has had good pace. And was the only car at Daytona that finished on the lead lap. It still might be able to unseat Jordan's time. Yes, it is. Handily. A 156.7. That's a fast lap. And this 156.7 is with hitting that wall. Your overall winner from Daytona, currently sitting himself on pole by 3 seconds almost. So we only have 5 more to go here. And your next car on track will be what could possibly be the only car slower than me. It will be Caleb's VGT McLaren. A car that I just am not a fan of. Like I said yesterday with Squid's Supra concept, these VGTs, these concept cars, you just don't know what you're going to get of them on track and how they're going to interact with certain spots. And this thing is a fucking spaceship. Yeah. There's our first little bobble in it. We overshoot the hairpin at hell corner. That issue wasn't me. This car just didn't want to brake. Or wasn't, I shouldn't say the car, just me just not braking. That, on the other hand, I don't really... We just slide through. A weird bobble there. Still won't be bad. 127.8. And this thing's gonna beat Jordan's time. A 154.0. The spaceship flew. Whew. That's a fast lap. It's gonna be Jeff's time, my bad. LMP2. He finished 4th at Daytona, by the way. Worth noting. We have all the little just random problems. Bobbles and hitting a wall. Touching grass. But this spaceship just... It did it. Hmm, 154.0. Over 2 seconds faster than the time Jeff's Peugeot just put down. Now with 4 left. Only ones that haven't gone. Pat, who won pole last week at or not last week, a couple weeks ago at Daytona. Evo, Squid, Nash. And it will be Ash on track next. And her version of the group, the GR010, the Acura. Once I find it, there it is. And a reminder, this car's been on track once already with a 159.1. Putting it in third. We'll see what it can do here. Ash finished 6th at Daytona in the LMP2. Thing does get a little pushy through the corners, but not bad. A little pushy indeed, as we are going to touch grass and we are going to explode. We're trying to push too hard. Only true mess up of the day, and it is going to really tank this lap. All things considered, a 2.4 or a 2.4 could be a lot worse. And it was 1000% pretty much on me. Yeah, I tanked it. Probably at least looking at P2, P3 without that. Probably still, it's gonna be sitting P4, I believe. Oh, P5 behind Lucas. Oof. All just off that mega screw up. We have 3 cars left to go. Pat, Squid, and Evo. Can anyone unseat the McLaren at 154? It'll be Squid and his TSO 50 up next. And I just don't know if anything can beat that 154. I'm on that curb, both of those curbs a little too much. He caught just enough of the wall there too. As this thing pushes through, it's in the grass. I mean, not gonna kill it, but That might. Gonna be close. 154.8 for Squid. A random sports fact. Okay. I'm afraid of what we're about to get. Oh. Website working for it? Can't remember if the website actually worked for it or not anymore. Oh, it did. We'll switch over here. Wrong. A one-handed block in volleyball is referred to as a Kong, named after King Kong, and the way he swatted planes from the top of the Empire State Building in New York City in his movies. That sounds made up as all hell. I'll be nice and I'll give you your points back since I screwed up your lap, though. It's that time. Squid, by the way, his LMP2 finished second. We'll put him in second. You got 2 to go. Pat and Evo, who gets to go ninth, who gets to go last in qualifying? It will be going next, Evo. And his 2016 Audi R18 Evo, who finished in LMP2's 9th at Daytona. It's a little pushy right there. This thing is... Talk about boats. We've talked about boats with the GR10 that we've driven twice now today. Boat with the Ford Mustang yesterday that Caleb's in terms of GTDs, and this thing feels like a fucking boat. We may also have to put Navy Dynasty off till tonight because my eyes are starting to hurt. Braked a little too much there, just because this is really the first car that I have not felt comfortable in. It's gonna come in at a 156, 57. A 158.2. First car that I've just not really felt comfortable in whatsoever driving through. And we don't even have to spin a wheel for the last one. Evo comes in. puts him in 4th right now. As our last LMP2 to qualify, last car to qualify here at Bathurst will be Pat and his Porsche 919. Pat, who won pole at Daytona, and then for the LMP2s, if I remember correctly, and then finished 5th. We'll be last on track here. Beat the inside wall there. Another car that's just kind of boaty. I do not think we will have a car that unseats Caleb's VGT. He will have pole. Unless something just absolutely absurd happens in this final stretch. Pat might do it again, though. It'll be close. 52, 53, 54, 9. Caleb will hold on. Because I think that little clip of the inside wall, I don't know if it's 0.8 fast, but wow. That actually was a lot closer than I figured it would have been. Alrighty. Go. Screenshot of this. As we will have a new pole sitter for the LMP2s and Caleb's McLaren Ultimate Vision Gran Turismo. Obviously, GTDs, as we established yesterday, will not change. Ash one pole again. Need to get times. Ash will be starting 8th. I have to pee. Please hold while we finish this. Okay, where did we leave off? Lucas, his Audi. Okay. Two. 0.2027 and one, then Evo, a 158.250. Jeff, your Daytona winner, a 156.711. Then we have three 154s. Pat, your pole sitter from Daytona, gonna finish third here, or finish qualifying in third here with a 154.978. Squid and the TSO 50. A 154.869. And then Caleb will be your overall pole sitter. For the LMP2s and Bathurst with a 154.032. I think I guess real quick before we wrap up, oh hey, a 5-star roulette ticket today.